changed if we change ourselves. So I thought I would share that. Moshe Rabbeinu is our man. Yaakov Avinu, Sarah Imenu, Rachel Imenu. Again, when you say the names, try this for yourself. There are a few different simple meditations. One is this one, is that you say the name of anybody who you know, like your grandma and grandpa. And you remember, they once existed on this planet. And now where are they? They're in Shemayim. Even if there is Gilgul, but the person who lived is upstairs, and an aspect of that person comes down. Again, that thing, we were here, but we've never been here in the same exact combination of complex combination that each one of us is, which means that every specific combination that ever existed will exist eternally, unless it's totally has no merit. But that means that if Grandma and Grandpa lived, they are still alive. When we go up to heaven, we'll meet them. And we'll meet all the others whom we knew. And we'll meet, if we start now, we'll meet also the greater souls that we are connected to. And so you start now, and you go to the ones who naturally you're drawn to. Whether it's Rabbi Shimon, or it's the Ari, or the Baal Shem Tov, or Rabbi Nachman, or the Yeshaya HaNavi, or Yirmiyahu, or Adam and Eve, and Rachel and Rivka. All of them, because it's not any one of them. It's a beautiful meditation for connecting to all the souls. And then another meditation is you go back to your past and forgive Hashem and clear with Hashem anything that's ever happened to you that's really bothered you. And you come to the present. These take time, but it's worth it. And you go into the future. And you clear yourself with Hashem and say, I'm with you. I believe that you're the one who truly is running the world. And I want to be your servant. I want to be able to fulfill my mission in this world in the deepest way. In my book, Realizing the Unity, I give an exercise where you start with, what do you want? You ask yourself, or you ask your friend, I ask you, what do you want? Or you ask me what I want, and I say, I'd like a glass of water. Start simple. I'd like my glasses not to be broken. I'd like that things should go better. Yeah, and your partner keeps asking you, what do you want? I really need this. Good. What do you want? Open up. I'd like to be a better person. Like, you'll stop wanting things, and you'll finally get the idea. You know what? If you want to ask me what I really want, I'd really like to really. I think we did this last time, but it didn't go over that well. Anyway, what do I really want? I want so much. Oh no! Tell me what you want. I want everybody to be healthy. I want everybody to be good. What do you want? I want to know Hashem in my life. I want to know Hashem. I want to go close to Hashem. I want to know Hashem in the deepest way. What do you want? I want what Hashem wants. I want the whole world to become transformed. I want the purpose for which He created the world to be fulfilled. Good. What do you want? And this is no more. It's almost no more to say at one point, because it says it all. And then you come back down into, I want a pair of shoes, but I want to buy a pair of shoes connected to that deepest want of Hashem's want. And I want a pair. It's a different way of buying shoes, buying glasses. It's not how I look in them. It's how I can walk in this world in a deeper way. So you connect your lowest and most mundane wants to your highest ratzon, and you bring more of your ratzon into the mundane, and you keep completely, constantly making an open channel for it, and stop the little mind in you that says you can't do it. Stop that. It's exactly what we can do, and we need to do it. We are a ladder that goes all the way to heaven and comes back down to earth. So, the last paragraph is great, but do it on your own. I like this. Look at this. I leave no room on the page. That's good. Selah means forever. Break in. Eternity, breaking into time, and breaking out of time into eternity. A break in time means I break out of clock time. So remember, take something with you from tonight.
I'd like to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How come nobody, no media, nobody is ever bringing up Hitler and the Nazis. No one's ever speaking about that they tried to kill the Jews 45 years ago. Now it's starting again.
No, 70 years ago.
7 years ago, whatever it was. But no one's talking about
1942
Right.
was a real major shift.
Right.
And this is now 2012, 70 years. It's very symbolic. 70 years after the destruction of the temple was the Purim story. Or 70 years after Nebuchadnezzar came onto this to try and conquer the world. Purim. It's very significant, 70 years. Why is nobody talking about it?
No one's ever speaking. Why they want to destroy the Jews again? Come on. I mean, didn't they just try that 70 years ago?
Fantastic midrash. I bring in the Purim book. Can you bring me the Purim book just for 1 second, Rachel? Just brilliant. Chazal are so deep. It's and the chapter is called "The Deepest Purim of Our Lives," and how to make it so. Please buy my Purim book, at least something. Okay. Haman and Ahasuerus, what kind of creeps they were. So, Rabbi Berachia said, "Oh, cursed are the Rishaim, who gathered together to take counsel against Israel. Each one brags that his scheme to destroy Israel would succeed where the others failed." Asaph said, "Cain was a fool, for he murdered his brother Abel while their father was still alive. Didn't he realize that his father would have more children, namely Seth? I will do otherwise."
Wow.
This is the meaning of, quote, "Days of mourning for my father are at hand. I will then slay my brother Yaakov and inherit his portion. When my father dies, I will slay Yaakov." And then the whole thing I bring here that he, whatever. Paro said, "Esau was a fool for merely waiting for their father to die. Didn't he realize his brother would have children? Rather, I will wipe out the children of Israel while they're still infants." This is the meaning of "let us deal wisely with them." Wiser, that is, than those who came before.
Wow.
Haman said, "Paro was a fool for saving the girls. Didn't he realize that they would marry and have children? I won't make the same mistake. Rather, destroy, kill, and exterminate all the Yehudim, young and old, women and children alike. Gog of Magog, too, will say, all of my predecessors were fools, for they tried to come directly against Israel. They didn't take into account that they have a protector in heaven. Instead of making the same foolish mistake, I will therefore make war against their protector." So I say this can be interpreted to mean that Gog will cause the spread of atheism, or he will cause the spread of a religion, which is an anti-religion, right? A religion of death, a God who is not the same God that you and I believe in, right? A God who requires destruction. And it's known that in Islamic history that their concept of God is different. Interesting. I don't make too much out of it. In the past I wouldn't have. But now because we're coming to this boiling point, it's sad. It's very sad. Anyway, I will make a war against their protector. And then only afterwards, when the coast is clear, will I return to take care of Israel. This is the meaning of the Psalm number 2, where it says, "Kings of the earth set themselves in array, and rulers gather together secretly to take counsel against Hashem and against his anointed." The Holy One, however, says to Gog and his legions, "O wicked ones, do you really think you can come against me? Don't you know how many legions I have to serve me? Don't you know how many angelic hosts I have before me? Indeed, they shall go out to battle against you, and I will be among them." This is the meaning of Isaiah 42:13. Hashem will go forth like a warrior. And Zechariah 14:3. Hashem will go forth against those nations. After which it is written, Hashem will be recognized as king of the entire world. Okay, so they're telling us there's patterns to history. And we're in that pattern right now. And so how we live our lives. Some people in Israel are gathering bottles of water and rice and other foodstuffs that can last for days and weeks, because everything will stop, God forbid, if there's a war. And who knows how much damage and destruction with the 20,000 missiles that are pointed at us. And it could be that it's a wise thing to do that. But certainly we need to do much more. So there's a lot of davening. And as I said last night, how do you be happy on Purim? Is that you know that what we're in now is a tremendous incredible moment in this incredible movie that God has made. And that it's not the superficial laughter type of happiness. It's the happiness of being privileged to live at a time when such awesome things are going to happen. Whether, maybe Hashem will just give us another 25 years. And we'll say, oh, it didn't happen. No! We'll say, you're giving us more chance to make a difference, and that it'll be a positive ending. Because who wants a destructive ending? And that's my Torah for Rosh Hashanah also, but again, I can go on and on, I want to stop. But that Hashem, please give us a chance to make a difference.
What's the concept of nuclear when it comes to Torah?
Nuclear?
Where is it in the Torah?
What do you mean?
Nuclear, the splitting of the atom, the power of infinite power. Where do you find such an aspect of it in the Torah? Where does it come from all of a sudden?
Well, in my Ketorah, in my book
point?
about the Ketorah, about the incense,
Right.
I explained the Shriat HaKelim, the Tzimtzum, the Shriat HaKelim in a very understandable way, in how where you're dealing with very high energies there.
Right.
So, and it's all implied in the Torah. It doesn't use those words that we have nowadays, but it's talking about a very high energy system that now coalesces after many aeons of time into the physical world as we know it. And that within the physical world is the potential for releasing that power. On another level, what I tell the B'nai Noach in Texas, the Gentiles who bond with Israel and who learn our Torah and who love us and who nothing else interests them, these beautiful, beautiful people, is that's the nuclear fusion that Hashem wants us to do now, is to the Klal Yisrael should join with the positive, righteous of the nations and to create a powerful pact of spiritual nuclear fission. It's interesting that in Korea it's obligatory to learn Talmud. There's more Talmuds. You know that? You've heard about this? They learn Talmud in Korean. And so most people understand it. Okay, we'll teach them Talmud and we'll let them learn Talmud. And what's their reasoning is because why Jews are so smart? Why get so many more prizes? They learn Talmud. We also will learn Talmud and get Nobel Prizes. And so that's what I heard them say this. It was an interview. And so that's not what they're learning Talmud. They're learning Talmud to get the idea of what it means to be a nation of people who bond with Am Yisrael. We have to take advantage of a positive advance, like a positive door of opportunity to connect with these people. A Jew who thinks he's only here to be a Jew and to be against the nations of the world because who cares about them is missing the whole idea of what it means to be Israel. He's caught, he's trapped in a sociological definition of being a Jew, whereas our whole existence is much more than that. So you've heard me talk about it, but it's over, guys. The class is over because I don't want to drive everybody crazy. But it was good to be here. It's good to be with you. Please take any of the books that you don't have. I know that everybody here has something, but take a book at any kind of price you want. I'm not makpid on the price. Go down.